Welcome to Texas Truck Channel. I'm Brian.
I'm Craig.
Oh, and we are driving, finally, the Ram TRX. We've been asking Dodge for, I don't know, a couple of years, Craig, to send this
Dodge?
stuff.
Probably why they didn't send us
Pissed them
anything.
off already. Ram, to send this stuff. This is the first actual week-long loaner we've had from Stellantis, and we're excited to have it, so let's check it out. We started out with the TRX. We're truck guys. It's a good place to be. Check out that nose. First thing, you've got nostrils. And you know what these are for, Craig? They're for actual air. I'll pop this in a minute and show you how functional these are. You've also got your running lights in the middle, kind of like a Raptor. This thing is wide enough that DOT requirements require these marker lights. Kind of like a dually truck, it has marker lights on the roof. That's what that's for. Bring it on down. We have tow hooks. They are not red. They do work, but they're a little bit stealth. They're not like a highlighted thing. You do have your classical REM in the middle, looks really cool. A lot of ventilation up here. There's a lot of power in here, so there's a lot of cooling going on. I want to bring under the headlights. These are LED. I like the design, and look, this is copying off of the regular Rams, which I think is a good look. It's not the newest look now. Everything else has been updated since Ram did this, but this is the era of truck that reset the bar for everybody else. This is when Motor Trend gave it Truck of the Year. Tall was given it Truck of the Year several times, and this has been continuing and holding that torch for that crowd. That's pretty cool. We're going around to the side. 6.2 supercharged. That's why people buy these things. And really, if you go back to the Hellcat's origins, people for a while were like, hey, put it in a truck. Give us an SRT 8 instead of an SRT 10. Give us a cool one. And they said, you know what? Let's go off-road with that. Kind of like Ford did with the Raptor. Instead of making the Lightning sport truck, forget the EV part, the Raptor came out first. That's what's happening here. Let's check out wheel and tire package. Now, this is not going to be a 17 like you find on the Raptor. This is an 18-inch wheel, but it's still a 35-inch tire. It's a Goodyear Wrangler, and these are a 325 65 18s. 325 is a really wide patch. We've driven these tires on a lot of cars.
Usually MTs on others.
On others are MTs, these are ATs. And I'll be honest, these are, I think they're quieter than the MTs are. I don't know.
They're not loud.
They're not loud.
Yeah.
They're very livable, and they grip great, and they're fun. And when you play with launch control, they're really fun. So I've actually seen tire smoke off the front of these before on other test vehicles. It's pretty neat. More venting, that is functional. It's all about managing heat. This side step, you see that?
It's not really a step.
That's not a step.
That's a mud collector to get on your pants.
Exactly. It's really a rock rail is what that is. And so you actually don't get something like that on the Raptors. The Raptors give you a stamped steel run-a-line step. This is not meant to be a step. This is meant to keep it from scraping rocks. It's really a functional off-road piece. I like that a lot. I really do. My wife doesn't like it, but I like it. Oh, mirrors, Craig. These are the new ones. They have spotlights built into them, and they have the Cummins Dumbo ear impersonation.
Yeah.
So you want to pretend you're a Cummins.
That's 2 extra inches right there, buddy.
In mirror. In mirror. Yeah. So it has that. I do like the toe bubble on the outside. This actually works really well. You can focus this on like your highway view, and this can show you the tire in the back when you're parking and stuff. It works pretty good. Take it up back. Fuel door test.
Check. Opens. Easy.
It opens. And they passed. They've got the capless system. Full credit on that. Good job, Ram. Love that. Coming up back, peak down low. We've already talked about the tire, but look at those control arms. This has a 5-link suspension in the rear, and these are big and they are beefy. They are longer and bigger than the regular Ram configuration. We'll get into that more in a little bit. Bilstein shocks, look right here. You see that 355 millimeter? That's not shock travel, that's wheel travel. 14 inches of travel out back, 13 up front. That's more than the Raptor.
It has to be more. Yeah.
It has to be. Everything's gonna be more. More venting right here. These are fakes, but they do match the styling of the front. And you've got the cool taillights at night. These look really good. Side step. This is like your old band step on the Fords and stuff, but this tucks up and gets out of the way. I think it's actually a really good design.
It's simple and effective.
Simple and effective.
You know what's easier?
The Chevy
Chevy does.
Yeah, they have one built in.
Yeah.
I like this one though. I'm happy with this.
Yeah, it works.
You don't look at it all the time. It tucks away. Big exhaust out back. But it makes the best sound. Really happy with that. Towing, can you do it? Yes, obviously. 7-way, 4-way, and your towing receiver here, it's built in. Full-size spare underneath, it's got it covered. In the bed.
Oh, we got Canadian fuel.
Canadian fuel, thank you.
With a drink.
With a drink, appreciate that.
Thanks, let's open it.
So, yeah, where's the... Oh. Well,
okay.
Stick with your Ford if you want to do that.
All
So
right. Yeah,
we do have flip and fold in this.
Thanks anyways.
There's a Ram accessory in here for a bed cover, and we like that a lot. You do have the DIN rail system right here, and so you can actually move your tie downs wherever you want. You unlock this and you can slide it forward and back. You also have a lighting system right here. The button's on the other side. At night, that's really, really helpful, especially if you have the bed cover on. Like in a parking garage, you can see what's going on in the bed. Really cool. Let's go into the hood. Oh boy, wait a minute. There's a Hemi here, right?
That's just a cover.
Don't worry, it's hiding in there.
Okay.
Right there, you see that? That's the nostrils that go into this big air box. I'm gonna pop this off and show you some Easter eggs. If you didn't know about dinosaurs, that's a T-Rex, which TRX could be called T-Rex. What's in the mouth, Craig?
Looks like it might be a
Velociraptor.
Sort of a raptor,
Yeah,
maybe. Yeah.
That's a Velociraptor. Little
Okay.
nugget there. I'm not sure who they're picking on, but it's
interesting.
This airbox is really cool. It's big and clunky, but it actually is designed to separate air and water. So if you did get water in the intakes, the water will fall to the bottom and drain out. The air will continue into the engine. And right back here is a massive Hellcat. You can tell by the Hemi orange valve covers and the supercharger on top. This is actually a bigger supercharger than the Raptor R uses, but they get similar power numbers. But this one you can hear at all times. I really like the charm from that. Interior time.
All right, onto the interior of the Ram TRX. It's like any good Ram, and it's our first Ram review on the channel, so we're gonna talk about just Ram 1500 in general a little bit. This is a comfy space. There's plenty of room back here. Let me see that for the people. You've got mat pockets, you've got mole, whatever thingies to hang stuff on.
Molly straps.
Molly straps. You've got vents. You've got chargers galore. Look at
all
this.
of them. You've got
two
all
USB-A's, two USB-C's. You got a little pocket here for a phone. You've got a plug for your laptop. You've got everything, and no charger for your smokers. So, and most importantly, you've got crotch chillers for the rear occupants. Thank you very much. It's one of the reasons this particular TRX is more than the others. Brian, I also want to show you right here. A lot of trucks, you don't have anything here. This one you actually do. You pull it, and the whole thing folds down.
That's not an armrest. That's a console.
That is a console. You can, I mean, you can be comfortable back here. And Brian, we got Canadian Phil's water here that we couldn't open, so it's still, we're just gonna leave it back here. But look, even got a little more storage space back there. That's pretty cool. Put Brian's phone there. We already lost his wallet. Let's see if Brian fits though, because there's not a panoramic roof in this particular TRX.
Use the handle.
And let's see what kind of room we got, because we've had some problems with other Rams, and it's a little, there's a little spot for you.
Can I point something out? Headroom wise, there's a good cutout, but then it tapers down and my head hits the roof before it even touched the headrest. There's like 2 inches between my head. It's kind of weird, but it's better than a panoramic one.
Very good.
Of any brand, by the way.
Fair enough.
Credit.
Let's move to the front. All right, Brian, before we get in, I want you to notice that step rail or non-step rail, which you already pointed out on the exterior, but as you're getting in the truck, you're really tempted to use it. I advise you not use it. Just put your foot in there, use a grab handle, and pull yourself up. So let's get to the good stuff. Let me show the people this. We get some really neat things here. All your different modes you can change real quick. Of course, you can't really show it right now. Well, we're just going to start it. Sorry.
Don't apologize. It sounds great.
It does sound good, but you get all kinds of cool dials. I really love what they let you do here. You can toggle through all kinds of modes and different pages, and you can customize them. That part is really neat, and get all the info you need, from oil tint to transit to oil pressure, oil tint. That's really cool. Get to the screen over here. If I can get it to come on, yeah, it's really weird. You have to actually hit this power button to get it to come on, and we're going to get this fan speed down so y'all can hear, and there we go. So. But this works great. It works, it's Uconnect. It's kind of the old dated Uconnect. Look, Brian, it could be updated. We're starting to run into some issues there, but you know, it is what it is.
It has crashed on us a few times in use.
It has crashed on us a few times. I want to point out a couple of things. This seating position. Seating position is great in here. I'm going to go and turn this off so we can hear again. It's good. I'm comfortable in here, but Brian pointed out when he's driving, it is a low roof, and so you have a low. It's kind of, you don't have a large greenhouse.
It's kind interesting. Above your head, there's a big cutout, so I never hit my head.
Yes.
When I'm looking forward, I'm looking kind of at the visor. It kind of comes down a little bit.
It does slope down. And you have a huge thing that blocks things for all your sensors.
It's not a huge complaint. It's just an observation.
TRX, though, we get Alcantara on the steering wheel. We get some on the other parts of the door panel, that sort of thing. And you get a good door panel. You get layers. You got all kinds of bottle holders.
A lot of cubbies
for your hydro flasks. And then you also, Brian, what I don't like though, we have a beautiful ZF 8-speed it's paired to, but I put my thumbs where they're supposed to go on the steering wheel, and then I put my hands behind it to hit the floppy paddles.
And that's audio.
And I just changed the volume and changed the menus because the paddles are split, which is kind of weird.
Well, and you have to reach for the paddles. You have to think about it when you're doing it.
That's okay. Ram made it really cool. We got a shifter here so you can feel like you're on Fast and the Furious, which I don't really like because you just lose storage. So other Rams you just get a dial and it's out of the way.
Well, but they needed to put the TRX button here. That's why you lost the dial. So that's why you have this.
But Brian, look at this.
handle.
You see the up and downshift are actually orientated in the right direction.
Yep.
Thank you, Ram. Thank you, Zuef. Whoever did that, we really appreciate that. And all the other stuff works great. The phone holders, the phone chargers, and more ports.
And the charger works.
You do have everything you need up here. With that, enough talk. Let's get on the road and see what it does. All right, Brian, it is time to launch. Hit the launch button for the TRX Raptor Killer Fighter. Hit it. Whoa. Yes, launch
40,
control
50,
is serious.
And 60.
4.65 with both of us in here. A little heat soak. Look, everything claims 4.5.
From Dodge. Or
From Dodge.
Ram. From
Ram.
How much did this weigh on the scales?
7,900 pounds.
So I'm impressed with that number.
Yeah.
And I will say on other days and different Rams we've driven these at events, I've seen 3.9 out of this before. But I just got to put it out there. The Raptor R without trying did 3.85 and without launch control. Just going to say that.
So hang on, the Raptor R was faster than the Lightning and faster than the TRX.
Yes. Also, without both of us in here today, we did see 4.13, I believe.
Good point.
We did get better. Yeah. It's had some heat, so 4.6 is just, it's
on a cooler day. Yeah. You know, maybe I bet you can crack 4 here and there.
Yeah. Exactly.
In fact, we know other people have.
And we have at events. All right, all that out of the way. Okay. Ride and drive, Craig.
Look, I love it. Look, we just had the Raptor R.
Back to back.
Back to back.
Which is good. It gives us perspective, yeah.
So, this thing is great. it's fun.
Awesome.
It's a hoot. It's just like the Raptor R. It makes all the right noises. I love the supercharger whine. Was there not to like?
The main thing that I like over the Raptor R that this has is the character factor.
It does.
It's less clinical. It's more like I'm here to party, and
yes.
I don't know if that comes on camera.
Yeah.
But just the blower noise alone, that's on purpose.
Yes.
That's loud on purpose. Yes. They could have made that quiet. They kept it there because that is cool. And that's awesome.
Look,
good job, Ram.
Yeah, and here's what this is. This is another super truck like the Raptor.
Right.
And super trucks are awesome because they're super in everything. A super car is
super
not
at one thing.
Super at one thing. A super truck is comfortable on the road. It's comfortable on the highway.
Does that.
It's comfortable with people in.
It's quiet on the highway. It off-roads like a beast. This one can jump like no one's business.
Look, I drove this.
Go in the back. Rear seats are ventilated. Look, it's luxurious. I mean,
I may or may not have almost seen triple digits on a dirt road.
Hypothetically.
Because this thing does not drive like it's 7,900 pounds on dirt at speed.
And that's what's so impressive is they've dialed this thing in. It's not about the weight. It's about how they've tuned it to make it work so well.
Absolutely.
Impressive. Okay, I want to talk about seating ergonomics. You really fit in this well. You're just bragging on how much you like the ergonomics, right?
Look, this is the first Ram we've had on loan, on long-term loan.
That's right.
And the Ram has been getting a lot of praise it deserves for its ergonomics and interior, because a few years ago they made that their intent and they made it the best. And then
they reset the bar.
They reset the bar, and GM and Ford have caught up.
And Toyota.
And Ram, and Toyota, and Ram is going to, I'm sure, it'd be interesting to see what they do when they update this again.
Yeah, they're going to do them again.
But yes, I am very comfortable. I get in this truck and I was immediately comfortable in it.
So my trade-off from this is that I'm a little bit different size than you are, Craig. And my issue is that I wish, the roof is very high over my head. It's incredibly high. I could have like 2 cowboy hats. But then it comes down and gets low again. And it's not a big deal. I'm being picky. But it just feels a little tighter than it is. It's not a tight truck. It just gives you this optics of like, oh, it's kind of bunkered in here.
Yeah.
But I'm being picky. I prefer some other models of trucks that have just a higher visibility point.
Well, one of the things, I think the problem is just kind of a Ram thing. They've always had taller seats. The seats sit higher.
Fair. If the seat went down,
kind of like a Land Rover almost.
Yeah, kind of like that.
Yeah.
I'm just being picky. One thing I do love are the gauges. You have true analog gauges.
Real gauges.
Which are awesome, but they've brought digital cluster in the middle that is really high quality.
And it's configurable.
Exactly. Incredibly configurable. I love that big time.
Yes.
Launch control is fun. Drive modes are good.
Can I say something about the transmission?
Oh, please, yes.
The ZF8 speed that this has is
the best transmission on the planet.
That's it.
Plain and simple.
Yeah.
There's no way around it.
No.
And everything we drive this in.
Everything.
Whether it's 4-banger Jeeps.
Yep.
Or this. Or
it never
Bentleys,
shifts when you don't want to. It always shifts when you expect it to.
And it's always in the right gear.
Yes.
And so everyone else that's looking for 10 speeds, maybe just like look at the best trans and just copy them. Just
use it.
That's all you gotta do. All right, all that out of the way. Thank you, Ram, for sending this to us. We're excited to have it. Looking forward to having more from you. If you want to see more Ram content or Jeep or Chrysler, put it in the comments below. We'll do our best to get it for you. And thank you, Ram, for making the Raptor R possible.
Absolutely.
I think that's good competition for everyone.
There you go.
See you next time.
See ya.